Hi there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, April 21st. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to get started making a project from start to finish, but I also have some cool sneak peeks that I want to show you. So if you're new joining me, this is something I do every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And I've been a demonstrator, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 20 years, can't even believe it. And what I like to do is go live. I share newsletters weekly. I try to share on my blog and social media, although I haven't always been great about that. So if you wanted to see what I'm up to, just make sure you are signing into my website, stampwithjen.com, and then you can get on my newsletter list. Okay, so what I want to do first is I'm just going to show you this here. So this is a card that I made last week. And what I do every week is I give away the card that I made the week before. And all you have to do to get in on my draw is to comment, like, or share. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to do a draw. So, and as long as you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can get in on that draw. So welcome to Lisa and Nancy. So I'm going to do the draw there in a second. I also just want to do a little public service announcement about the new catalog, which starts on May 2nd. This is what it looks like. I cannot show you the inside yet, but some of you are lucky enough to have received it already. And if you don't have a demonstrator and you haven't received a catalog, just let me know. You can message me here, or you can go to my website and message me, whatever you like, and I'll make sure that you can get one of those. Okay, so let's do this draw for the card that I made last week. And like I said, as long as you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can get this card. So I'm going to just share my screen here for a second. Let's see here. Let's do this and share the screen. Just takes 1 second to pull this up here. Here we go. So anyone who would like to comment or share it is in here. So here we go. Here's the draw. And let's see here. Linda. Oh, Linda's from Maine. So American. So no, I'm sorry. Linda, thank you though for your comment. But let's pick another winner instead. So this is all randomly done through this software. So let's just see here. We got here Elizabeth Bennett. She is Canadian. I know that for sure. And she said, clever idea with the glue dots. So this is Beth Bennett. Congratulations, Beth. You won that card. So I'll get that in the mail to you. So there we go. Let me just pop back here. And Nancy says she got her catalog. So is Nicole. Yes. So if you are one of my regular customers, your catalogs are arriving. So be sure and watch for that. Make sure that nobody in your house thinks it's junk mail. The nerve. And if you somehow didn't get in my requests for catalog and not receiving it yet, just let me know and I'm happy to get one of those to you. Okay, so let's jump over here, move this stuff out of the way. I have some show and tell stuff first, and then I'll get to making a cute little project with some brand new things. So first of all, this is a chart that I shared actually on my newsletter. So again, if you're not on my newsletter, make sure you get yourself there. But it basically shows how the new colors will look as of May 2nd. So you can see that there's a bunch here that are marked new. For example, this bubble bath, love it. And here, Berry Burst, it's marked new, but it's actually returning color. So I'm going to be using those today. And then, of course, you can see the new in colors. So I thought I'd show you those up front, close and personal, because I just got mine in last week, and I have been so good at not opening them because I'm trying to do other work. So these are brand new. I haven't even opened them yet. So look at that. So we've got Boho Blue, Wild Wheat, Coupled Path, Maudie Mauve, and Copper Clay. They're all very, so I'm going to just put this up here so you can see that a little bit better maybe. They're very neutral, muted type colors, and I love them. These kind of colors always look great with a bunch of different colors. So I look forward to showing you those as time goes on, and how I'm going to pair them with other things. And one of the things I want to show you here is the new in color paper. So these are the in colors for 2023 to 2025, which means they're around for 2 years. So they come into the catalog and they're around for 2 years and then they retire. Now in the case of the last set of retirements, we actually, two of the colors Fresh Freesia and Soft Succulent ended up coming into the collection as a full brand new color. So that's always nice too. So this is some Designer Series paper. It's 6x6 and it's in all these new colors. So what I love about these patterns is they're great neutral patterns too to put on cards. Look at those hearts, so cute. And here, I'm going to pull up the boho because this is probably my favorite color. So we've got some little, almost like stripes, and then the hearts on the other side. And then, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of each of those, so lots. And then big polka dots, which are always a hit. And on the other side, these kind of retro-y almost stripes. So there's 2 patterns and then 4 of each of those. So that's kind of nice. And then each of the in colors. They actually look super nice together, but I look forward to pairing them with other things. Actually, I think I really like this Pebbled Path too. It's like a gray with a tiny hint of green to it. So I can't wait to try that with some other stuff. So if this interests you, getting all of these colors right off the top, check out my In Color Club, and I'll put a link in there for you about that as well. So let me just move those guys aside because we've got more color to talk about. Come on over. Hello from Burlington. Hello to you, Paulette. So this, again, brand new. I have not opened it, so I can show you what it looks like. So these are the new core colors. So there are 11 new colors that are coming in the catalog. Now, I said some of them are returning. For example, Misty Moonlight is a return. So is Fresh Freesia. Lost Lagoon, you might remember from a few years ago. So some of them are returning. But they're new essentially into the collection. So I'm going to open this up and you can have a look at what you would get if you order this pack. So just when you're looking at that new catalog, be sure and look for this because it will only be sold like this 1 year. So there's Azure Afternoon, Lost Lagoon, Berry Burst. Love it. It's purple, of course. I love it. There's Misty Moonlight. There's our return of Fresh Freesia, which I'm so glad of. It's like a pinky purple. It's very pretty. Pretty Peacock, also a gorgeous color. Bubble Bath, how pretty is that? Pecan Pie, that's going to be a nice brown, a good replacement for Soft Suede. Another blue, Blueberry Bushel. This was also in color at one point. Lemon Lime Twist. How bright and fun is that? That was also in color. And then this one is a new one. It's hard to see here, but it's called Lemon Lolly. It's really pretty yellow. So let me just show you these. Do you have a favorite already in the actual cardstock? So these are brand new. I got them last week, and I have been a good girl and not touched them so I could get other work done. So you can get an assorted package of cardstock. It would help if I showed you that for the right side up. So it'll say new core colors. Again, it'll only be this year that you get a chance to get those. So here we go. So this is going to be a little bit of guesswork for me because I don't know them that well yet. I'm going to guess this one is the Lemon Lolly. So isn't that pretty? A very pretty yellow. Now I like to do some color comparisons, so I'll be doing that over the next few days too. So you can see, and oh my gosh, I love this color. It is the Bubble Bath. Now it's looking like it's showing up purpley on the screen from what I can see. But it is a pink, a very nice pink. Okay, this is definitely Lemon Lime Twist, sort of like a bright lime green coming back. This one will be the Azure Afternoon. Oh, that's a nice turquoise. Very nice. And then this must be Lost Lagoon. Very nice blue. And then this is the Pecan Pie. First of all, I love the name. But a nice brown. And Misty Moonlight. Oh, thank goodness they brought that back. Berry Burst. Beautiful purpley red. There's more. This is the Blueberry Bushel. So a nice rich blue. And then finally Pretty Peacock, which is a blue-green. So very, very nice colors. I'm happy with all of those. So Azure Afternoon is beautiful. You can see them better on the paper. Yeah, I agree, than on the ink pads, which is why I thought I would show you that. So, and I am going to use 2 of those colors today. So you'll get to see them up front and personal too. So let me just move this aside. So if you missed my last newsletter where I had this chart in there, you can have a look. It's a chart I made using all of those colors. Sorry, just taking a sip of water. Okay, so I'm going to use a brand new stamp set today. It is called Circle Sayings, And it is this really fun all-purpose kind of stamp set that has these different images in, and then these circular banners. And then you can get it as a bundle with a brand new circle punch. So this is the, oh, look at that, it's like a mirror. A 2 3/8 inch circle punch. So it's nice and big, and it's going to punch out these things, which is always good. So I'm going to start with a piece of plain basic white cardstock. This was cut from an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I've just cut it right in half. So it's the measurement before it's folded is 5.5 by 8.5, and that forms a perfect card base. Okay, then I have a piece of this bubble bath, so pretty, and that's cut at 5 1/4 by 4, so it's going to go like that. Okay, and then I grabbed some of the Brights packages of paper. So this is the Berry Burst, and I've got a few different ones here. Actually, I think I decided that I wanted to use these ones here. And then I've got just a piece of Early Espresso, which is a color that we already had in here. So, okay, so I'm going to start by stamping. And I realized I didn't grab a piece of white. That's no problem, because I always have white right here, ready to go. Just looking for a smaller piece here. There we go. Here's a piece of basic white. Oh, that one might be shimmery white. Hold on. There we go. There we go, basic white. And I'm going to grab some stamps here. I like the bubble bath too. So many pretty colors. I agree. And there's Robin has joined me, and Bonnie has joined me, who also got our catalog. So yes, catalogs are arriving. Please watch your mailbox for them. So this, I'm using Memento black, and I'm just sort of dancing this all around the ink pad, and I'm going to go down fairly close to the bottom, so I want to be able to punch that out. I'm pressing down. Okay, and then I'm going to add the cupcake image right in the center. I'm going to scooch up here so I can see. I'll hold everything up so you'll be able to see it. So there it is, just stamped with black. Okay, so let's put that over there. And I'm going to take my bubble bath and my Berry Burst markers. Don't those look gorgeous together? Like, these colors are just so pretty together. So I'm going to start with the Berry Burst. That's hard to say, all those B words. And I'm going to just start with the light Berry Burst color with my blends marker. So it's nice that these all come here. And I'll hold up what I'm doing after so you can see. I like to turn it around as I'm working, and I like to do kind of an outline first and then color in. So I kind of stay in the lines. So what's everyone up to this weekend? Anything? We're going to see a comedy show, a Just for Laughs comedy show that's coming to Kingston tomorrow night, and some dinner with friends, and probably something with family. There's always something with family while we're here. So that is the light Berry Burst, just colored in the cupcake. So now I'm going to take the dark Berry Burst, and I'm going to add, just where those lines are, some dark, because that's going to make it look more 3D-ish. And what's nice about this stamp set is that work's already done for us because the artist has already put that in there. So again, just a little more 3D-ish. And then I'm going to also take the dark, and I'm going to go around the top because there would be probably a bit of a shadow here, and just darken that up. And the same with the sides, because of course this is kind of a cylinder. So, and along the bottom, there'd be a bit more darkness there too. Okay, so let me just hold that up. So I'm not really blending it per se, just adding the two colors. It's hard to probably tell on camera, but it does add a nice little touch than just leaving it plain one color. You might be able to see this better when I do the cupcake top here, which we're going to have pretty pink icing. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of color the outline of this, and then just circles to color it all in. So what's nice with the alcohol markers is that it looks nice just colored like that because it's all smooth and filled in. But if you sort of look at that, now I'm going to compare it to what I'm about to do, which I'm going to take the dark, and again I'm going to use those artist lines to just add some dark color, and then in between the layers I'm going to add some darkness, and along the sides, again sort of to emphasize the curve, and along the bottom. And I'm not going to blend it because it's such a small piece that hopefully you can see that adding those little bit of lines just really emphasizes it. Now we need to have a chocolate cupcake because, you know, that's my favorite. So I'm going to add here, this is one of the neutral blends. So this is an S100 that I'm using. And I'm just going to color this in. So you can use these for skin tones or earth or whatever you want, or chocolate cupcakes. Okay, so there's our beautiful cupcake, all colored. Okay, so I'm going to take my punch. I'm going to hold this up here. And I can see in the center, you want to keep your finger away from that part there. This is actually what, when you close the punch, you can lock it and then it can sit on your shelf just like that and you can see what it is. So to unlock it, I'm going to hold it sideways so you can see that it's locked now. Unlock it, I'm just going to push that button up and you can see it unlocks it. Okay, so then I'm going to slide down through the top here. See that? Then I'm going to flip it over. Oops, I want to go the right way. Down through the top, flip it over so it's upside down, my finger away from the button. I can center it, and then I can kind of half grip it like that, and then I use both fingers and pop it out. Okay, and that's just a beautiful job having it done. So that stamp set, there's all sorts of things you can do with this. There's flowers, there's seashells, there's this beautiful scene. You just put the sayings in there. You can wrap these circles around. There's a lot you can do with this stamp set. So, okay, so now I'm going to take these and I'm going to just do what I call dry fit this first. So these are going to go over here like this and like this. So I just want roughly where they're going to go. And then I'm going to grab a happy birthday, which is also part of the stamp set. And I'm going to use the early espresso, which is the color there. I just want to make sure this is straight. Okay, and I'm going to put this right up here. I always like to stamp my saying, my greeting, on the scrap first, just so I can see, do I need to press down firmly anywhere, or is there anything that's going to give me grief? Okay, so there we go. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot with our cupcake something. Let me see. Nancy says, I don't know how I can wait that long to get the inks and paper. Nancy says, and the other Nancy says, it's looking good. Thank you. I know. Yeah. May 2nd is a long time away, doesn't it? Feel like it. But it's really only 9 days. So I'm just adding a little bit of crumb cake right underneath there. And then I'm going to take my color lifter, which you should always get when you get blends. And I'm going to just blend that out so it doesn't look like a harsh line. And this is called grounding. Because we don't want that cupcake just floating in the air. We need a little bit of a shadow there, right? Okay. All right. So now let's go back onto these pieces here. So on the 9-day thing, let me just cut this here while we're talking. There's only 9 days to get retiring items. I'm just cutting that on a diagonal. So if that is something you want, and there's lots of great deals on those retiring things. Now, a lot of stuff sold out already. But if there's something you want, so I just cut all those on an angle, okay? Don't wait, because it's going to be gone. It's selling fast. Way more than 50% of the stuff is already gone. I don't even know how much is gone, but it's at least 50%. I'm going to just add this on here like this. I can use my grid paper to line it up if I want. Okay, so that's that one piece. Then this is a strip of early espresso. I didn't really mean to make these exactly the same size. And then this little piece here, I'm going to definitely make shorter. So let's make this one go like here and up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to just flip this over and cut this off with my paper snips. Oh, you can just barely see the happy birthday, but it's good. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to add this in here. Tape down all the sides. And put this on here. Centered. Onto my white card base. Okay, and then I'm going to add this. See, that's what I did not dry fit, was that. So you know what? I think I'm going to change this one up. And I'll show you my original one. Let's try this now. I'm going to do something I do not recommend, and that is stamp after it's already stuck down, because now if I've made a mistake, it's going to be really hard to cover it up. So I'm going to be very careful. Oh, it's okay. I think that looks better like that than like that. And like I said, I'll show you my original plan, but you know, mistakes happen and there's ways to fix them. So let's add some dimensionals to this piece here. And when you can see when you color with the blends that it bleeds through the back, so you always want to have a piece of scrap paper underneath you when you're doing that. And that's what it's supposed to do because it's really saturating the paper, that alcohol marker. Okay, let's see here. And we're going to add this in here so no one's going to see my little boo-boo. And only you guys will know that I had a different plan in mind. Okay, so this is all new except for the espresso. I'm going to add one old thing. So this is one of the things that's retiring. And if you've watched me before, you know that these gems here, elegant faceted gems, are my favorite. And they're retiring them. I can't even believe it. And they're on sale. They're only like $4 for a package. So you should go and scoop those up because they're gorgeous. I love these gems. They match everything. So there's like a white and almost a pinky color, but sometimes I match it with crumb cake. And there is a clear color too. So we're going to use the clear ones today. And I'm going to add one here and one here. That's a large one. And then the smaller one. They're like, they have, well, they're called faceted. I'm going to just hold those up so you can hopefully see them if I get my stuff in the camera right. You could use rhinestones, I guess, but these have like all sorts of surfaces on them, so they really shine in the light, and they're very, very pretty. I'm going to add some just here where there's little dots on the piece, and I'm going to hold that up in a second so you can see. So when you're adding any gems or anything, you always want to add odd numbers. Okay, so it looks nicer, same way you do with flowers. So, 3, 5, 7, whatever. So that's 5 so far. So I'm going to stop right there. So let me show you this so far, and then I'm going to add one more thing. Look how awesome those colors look together. And a little bit of bling on there just really shines it up. But we're going to need one more piece of bling, and that is the Wink of Stella pen. Luckily, this is not retiring. And I'm going to just add this in here. You may or may not be able to see it in the camera light, but it basically adds a really fine glitter with almost like a glue in there. So you don't have to do anything special, just paint it on. And I'm going to just rotate this very slowly, and hopefully you can catch the glimmer of that. It's so pretty. And I love that sort of pink and pinky purple with the brown. It's very pretty. So it's a simple card, but it's beautiful. And you could take this design. This is actually one of my top 5 card designs. So when you sign up for my newsletter, you actually get this design with a card in a bunch of other designs, one of my favorites. So this is one of my favorites. So you could just swap in different colors, different images from this stamp set, and you would have a beautiful card design. So let me show you my original, and then I'll see what you guys are saying. So there's my original. Oops, sorry, making lots of noise here. So you can see here that I had wanted to put this on the left, and but because I made that little boo-boo and made it too low, I went the other way. So I think it looks good both ways, to be quite honest. I mean, I do like that showing, but I think it's awesome. So Nicole's saying very pretty. Nancy says looking good. Robin says cute. Awesome. Very nice, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to watch the replay. Yep, if you just join me, you can totally watch the replay after I sign off. It'll spool off and be there. So yeah, very simple, but really pretty little stamp set. Circle sayings with some of the new colors, Bubble Bath and Berry Burst. Okay, so let me just pop back over here. So that's all I have for you today. Just scrolling back to make sure. Nicole says she likes Bubble Bath too. So many pretty colors. I agree. Very nice. Okay, so that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me today and every Friday. Appreciate it. It's the best part of my week for sure when I get to be here with you guys. So take care, everyone, and have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you next Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.